Hi, this is Jenny Langley, and in this video I'm going to talk about Worksheet 1.4 from Module 1 of the new Maudsley training manual. This one is all about emotional response to caregiving. So one of the most important things that we do within the workshops is we help the carers to become more aware of their emotions. So they come to the workshops very well aware of their loved one's emotions and the anger and the fear and the temper tantrums and the sadness that they can witness that their loved one is experiencing, but sometimes they're not really able to think about how their own emotions have been affected. And so very early on we ask the carers sort of what emotions are they bringing to the room, and it might be a whole range of emotions, but generally there'll be a lot of fear that their loved one won't get better or will get worse. There'll be anger, why is this happening to us? There'll be sadness, my child is losing part of their childhood, will I ever get that back? Will they ever get that back? Shame, which can be completely debilitating and mean that carers completely withdraw from their social community. Very often carers feel completely disempowered. They're disappointed with the services that they've been offered, and a whole array of really, really intense emotions. So we do this exercise to enable carers to think about, what emotions are they holding on to at the moment, and are they able to process those emotions? Are they able to think about those emotions? And hopefully by the end of the course, they'll feel much, much more comfortable in talking about their own emotions, as well as identifying the emotions that their loved ones are going through. So this worksheet's been filled in by Jane, who's mother of Ellie, age 16, and you can see that she's identified a lot of emotions, and she's feeling quite intense, with ratings of 8, 10, 5 on occasion, but she's filled in a lot of the boxes. So she's put 10 for consumed, sorry, helpless, confused, worried, terrified. She's put 5 for depressed and guilty, and she's put 8 for sad, isolated, lonely, fearful, lost, and ashamed. So lots and lots of emotions going on there, and she's actually written down some of the reasons why she's put these emotions. So she says, I feel most of these emotions and they are very intense much of the time. I think my daughter Ellie feels all of these intense emotions as well, and we feed off each other's negative emotions. Sometimes I feel frozen with fear and terrified we might lose Ellie to this illness. I did feel very guilty, but I've learned that it's not our fault. Much of this illness is about genetic bad luck. Having said that, I still feel quite guilty, especially when I'm tired and when people ask me what caused it. I'm hopeful this course will help our whole family, and I will never give up trying to help Ellie to get better. So a mixture there of lots and lots of emotions, but Jane really managing to hold on to the hope that things can and will improve. Okay, so now we have Peter's worksheet. So he's Ellie's father, and he's put very different things actually. He's just ticked 2, worried 8 and disempowered at 10. And he says, as a father, I feel really disempowered by this illness. At times it feels very intense. I'm used to being able to fix things, and whilst I'm hopeful that things will start to get better, I'm worried about my daughter is losing an important part of her childhood. It is important that I hold on to the hope for the sake of our whole family. So again, a mixture of intense emotions, but still holding on to the hope. And what we see through the workshops is that the carers gradually become more hopeful as they learn more skills. Okay, now this is Sarah, who's grandmother of Emily, age 25, and I often have grandparents coming to the workshops, and they find, especially if both parents are working, and sometimes the grandchildren can find it much easier to relate to grandparents. Not always, but certainly I've had lots of grandparents coming to the workshops, and it's been really successful for them. So in this case, Sarah's angry with her son and his wife because she feels that they're ignoring her daughter's bulimia, and because her daughter looks fine, because their daughter looks fine, they're just kind of burying their head in the sand. And so Sarah feels that she wants to try and do something to help Emily. She's really worried that Emily's always putting on a brave face, particularly with her parents, but then she sort of bottles it all up, and then when she comes to see her grandmother, she absolutely crumples. And Sarah's terrified that she might say or do the wrong thing, and actually make things worse for her granddaughter. So lots and lots of different emotions, but despite all these emotions, Sarah's really hopeful that the course will give her lots of energy and new ideas to sort of come alongside and help her granddaughter Emily. So we've seen some different examples. We spend a great deal of time in the workshops talking about emotions, not just emotions for the sufferer, but also the inevitable emotions that come with caring for a loved one with an eating disorder. And carers quickly learn to tolerate the whole range of emotions, difficult emotions that are a natural part of caring for someone who's struggling with such a complex illness. Carers also learn to keep calm, take a breath, take time out, and look forward to better times ahead. So hope being that really powerful emotion that can get them going through difficult times. Anyway, so thank you for watching. I hope you can make good use of the training manual and all of the worksheets and the videos, and you can see more videos and all the worksheets at www.newmaudsleycarers-kent.co.uk. Thank you.